Ladies and gentlemen, if pictures could tell 1,000 words, I want y'all to look at this fool's face and tell me, what do you think that is that man's? Let me go back. Let me see if I can go back real quick. This is this man's mugshot. This is going to look even more crazy, especially after I tell you this story. Now, the story is going to have some details that are probably going to disturb you. So that's your disclaimer. But that is that man's mugshot. He looks like an absolute idiot. This story comes out of Missouri. Okay? And the little boy involved is 3 years old. That beautiful baby right there. Now, charges have been filed in Missouri against the man authorities allege killed a 3-year-old boy by the name of Emmanuel Ware. Timothy Robinson, who was mom's boyfriend, right here, is 33 years old. He looks like a damn fool. Why would you even take a mugshot like that? Like, you are probably going to be facing life in prison, and that's how you're taking a mugshot? Boy, I hope they have fun with that bozo in jail. I'm getting this story from people.com, so thank you to People. Timothy Robinson is 33 years old, and he's Emmanuel's mother's boyfriend. Hashtag mom's boyfriend yet again. Clearly, we're not learning anything. All of these things are happening just this month. This is not happening like I put this story up a year ago, 2 years ago. These are things that our stories have been very prevalent around the internet, and these individuals who date men like this have an opportunity every single day to walk away and take their children out of harm's way, and they're not. It just makes me believe they don't care about their kids. Detectives began investigating Emmanuel's December 10th death after the boy's mother told investigators that he had been hit with a car. Now, we need to put that in quotation marks. They reported that this baby was hit by a car. I need you guys to make sure and remember that detail, because we're going to talk the majority of this story about that detail. It was reported that this child was hit by a car. That is extremely crucial to this story. Now, according to court documents obtained by KMOV, KTI, KTVI, and KSDK, Robinson, mom's boyfriend, was asked to watch the toddler so that mom could go to her job interview. I tend to look at things very differently than most people. So when I read this, I immediately thought, so you mean to tell me that this mom has a child that she has custody of, taking care of this kid, and she can't take care of herself because she doesn't have a job? Not you're going to go to work, you're going to go to a job interview to hope that you can get a job and hope that you can pay bills. So how are you able to keep the lights on, keep a roof over the kid's head, food, clothing? Oh, that's right. It's this thing called hashtag babies for benefits. Yes. The reason why I use that terminology, why that's our hashtag, that's an AFC hashtag, is because a lot of these mothers end up only having these children because they are benefiting off of the backs of these children. The government gives these people Section 8 food stamps and all kind of other stupid crap, and I call it stupid because it ends up being a crutch and not a tool. It's supposed to be used as a tool. We don't use it as a tool. This is something that we live perpetually off of, generation after generation. Nobody learns anything. Nobody gets better. Nobody is able to be self-sufficient. Everybody just continues to keep living off the system. It's not all, but it's too damn many, which is why we continue to have these broken homes, these broken situations. Nobody is learning how to be self-sufficient. Well, let's keep going. While she's going to a job interview. Emmanuel's mother, that creature that you see on the left hand side of the screen, I don't know why she's making that face. That is a very odd face. Emmanuel's mother returned home just after 2 p.m. and discovered her son unconscious on the floor with bruises about his body and several head injuries, according to court documents. Emmanuel's mother told police, let me say that again. Emmanuel's mother told police, let me say that way more clearly. The mom told police that her boyfriend had allegedly told her he took the boy to the gas station to go get cigarettes, and according to court documents, Robinson claimed that while at the gas station, the boy was struck by a car that immediately drove off. It was a hit and run. Please bookmark that in your mind. However, an autopsy noted that Emmanuel's injuries were not consistent with being hit by a car. Mom's babysitter. Instead, the boy had a tear in the right lobe of his liver. Lord have mercy. And the right lobe of his liver, which caused significant internal bleeding, the court documents state. In addition, police obtained surveillance footage. Let me call something out. I'm not saying that police have never done this, but I do think that my words play a role in how police are behaving now, and I like to give a shout out to the police. I think they're doing an amazing job. Because you guys remember how the mom tried to claim that her son was stolen out of their driveway. I can't remember the baby boy's name off the top of my head. I want to say his name, but it slips my mind because my memory is just not that good. But anyway, but you know how that mom tried to say that they had just came from the grocery store and they were taking groceries inside the house, and come to find out, she said, oh no, that wasn't actually what happened. We were actually moving clothes and not groceries. We didn't go to the grocery store. When she actually made up that story and said, we went to the grocery store, when I first did my commentary, I said what the police should do is find out which grocery store she went to, get a receipt to show that you went to the grocery store, and then check their surveillance tape because there was a missing child. In order to find the missing child, I think you should follow all leads. And the simplest lead, Blaze, baby Blaze, thank you. Baby Blaze. And I think that it was imperative that they check their surveillance tape at that grocery store that the mom allegedly went to. Blaze Barnett, thank you. So if you look in this situation, and I like to think that I played a role in that, so thank you very much. They said they checked surveillance footage from the gas station to find out if that's what really happened. Did this child get hit by a car? That would be very easy to tell because most places nowadays have surveillance cameras. So they looked at the surveillance camera and found out that damn fool was lying. Robinson is now charged with second-degree felony murder and abuse or neglect of a child resulting in death. He learned of the new charges while already being in police custody. So he was in police custody on unrelated charges. Let me say that again. Unrelated charges, which means that he was already breaking the law. Which means that he was breaking the law while being mom's boyfriend, and mom leaving her child with the man who had broken the law, who clearly had warrants out for his arrest. Did I say anything that was not factual? Everything I said, based on these documents, are facts. Now, court records indicate Robinson had been in jail since December the 13th, when he was arrested on an unrelated robbery charge. On an unrelated robbery charge. So if this man is robbing, then guess what that also means? He didn't have a jobby, Freddie. Mom's boyfriend didn't have a jobby, Freddie. He was not working. He out robbing. He out being a thug. So now that you know he was out committing robberies, then yes, we could absolutely call him a thug. Hashtag mom's thug boyfriend. When you date thugs, you date death. Yes. Now, Robinson has not entered pleas to the new charges, and it's unclear Monday what plea, if any, he has entered on the pending robbery charge. Information on whether he has obtained a lawyer was not immediately available. So this validates everything that I've been talking about this entire time. And this is why I believe that if you are dating somebody who was out committing crimes, and then you leave your child with somebody who was out committing crimes, you didn't do a background check to find out that this man is out committing crimes, then I think you as a parent, in this case the mother, should face the same charges, not different charges. Accessory. The same way as if you go commit a robbery and somebody dies, that everybody gets charged with murder. Well, if we want to charge people like that when they go rob banks, which is, we're just talking about money, then why can't we treat human lives better than we treat finances and money from bank institutions who are actually insured? You would think that we would treat our children better. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Now, if you guys would do me a favor as we watch these news videos, we want to have one thumb up for everybody who's watching. Make sure you guys please click that thumbs up. Let's get it.
Tonight, we are hearing from the mother of a 3-year-old boy who died in St. Louis. She says her son was hit by a car in the city's Gate neighborhood. But St. Louis police say they believe something else happened. 5 on Your Side's Travis Cummings joins us in the studio with what the mom has to say about those claims. Travis.
Hey, Kelly, Emmanuel Ware's mother, Shanice Moore, says she's currently under investigation. As for how she's feeling right now, well, lost for words. She tells us she still has no clue what really happened to our baby boy. A memorial still sits on the corner of Rutgers Street for 3-year-old Emmanuel, where first responders found him unconscious and not breathing with bruises all over his little body Friday afternoon. Moore says the man she was dating, who is not Emmanuel's father, was watching her son for a few hours at a friend's house. She says when she returned to that house a few hours later, her son was unconscious, and that's when her boyfriend told her the child had been hit by a car. Now, when we asked Moore about the man and her son's relationship, she added it was good. She says she initially believed the story about what he says happened to her son.
Listen at what she told police. She provided police false information. Listen at this.
He told me that he got hit, you know, and apparently that never happened, but I had to tell the police something because apparently that never happened, but I had to tell the police something. Hit, you know, and apparently that never happened, but I had to tell the police something.
Now I want y'all to tell me, based on what you're hearing and based on listening to the mom's interview, if that sounds like somebody who actually loves and cares about their child. Somebody who says, well, I don't really know what happened, but I had to tell the police something. So I just told them whatever he told me. Rather than just saying that you didn't know, rather than like you just went with and just told them just whatever. You know why she did that? Because she thought that it was going to get her boyfriend off. And that means she cared more about her boyfriend than she did about this baby who needed an advocate. His own mother.
To her son.
He told me that he got hit, you know, and apparently that never happened, but I had to tell the police something because
I had to tell the police something. What? That sounds dumb. That sounds so dumb.
they asked me what's going on. I'm like, I don't know, but this is what he told me. I really don't know how to feel because I just want the real story. So I really don't know how to feel because I just want the real story. So
The medical examiner later ruled the case a homicide, and the Child Abuse and Homicide Divisions of the St. Louis Police Department are handling this case. If you have any information about the child's death, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS.
Well, tonight, a St. Louis man is charged in connection with the death of a 3-year-old boy.
Charges have now been filed in the death of a young boy nearly 2 weeks ago.
Okay, I had to skip those videos because the audio was off, but these next few videos should be a little bit better. This is actually the biological father. Now, it's going to have a lot of background noise, so just try to bear with it, but this is the biological father of that child.
I'm here on behalf of Emmanuel Ware. I was with his mom for a whole year. She was my ex-fiance. He was a stepson to me. It's so hard for me, you guys. You have no idea. I haven't slept for 5 nights. I haven't ate. I can't work. I can't think. All I have is the memories of my stepson in my head, constantly running through. I found out about...
He's saying stepson. So, is he not the biological father? Oh my goodness. So, this boy is 3 years old. Apparently, he has a biological father. Then he had this man who was the stepfather. And then there was mom's boyfriend after that. That's 3 men in less than 3 years. A new man every single year. Oh my goodness. But from what he just said, I don't think that's his biological child.
This Friday changed my life forever. I'll never be the same. Me and my family, we welcome this child into our home, my stepson. He played with my nieces, my nephews. Like, I'm at a loss for words, and all I want is answers. I'm demanding answers. I'm getting nothing. I talked to his mother, Shanice Moore, and it's just lie after lie. Like, this ain't her. I don't know what happened to her. All Emmanuel ever wanted was love from his mother. That's all he ever wanted. He was so precious, like he was innocent. I don't understand. How can you do this to an innocent baby? The first story that I got was my stepson got hit by a car. Then, now I'm hearing that my stepson got beaten, burnt, and thrown out the window. You guys, it don't make sense. So please, please, I am begging.
And I got to call that out too. I don't know this guy I understand he's probably hurt. But if they didn't get married, and I agree with BTYN, if they didn't get married, then that's not his stepson. He can still be hurt. He can still love him. He can still grieve over him. For sure. Absolutely. So let's not mistake that. But technically, that's not his stepson. They never got married. He said fiance. He didn't say ex-wife.
Please. I just want answers. I need closure. It's affecting me. It's affecting my family. It's affecting my kids. My kids should not have to see me like this. So please, just let the truth come out. Please. I want justice for Emmanuel.
Guys, can I be honest with y'all? I gotta be honest. If I was ever gonna be honest, I gotta be honest right here and right now. The vibe that I get from watching this video seems like this might be a setup, a precursor to a GoFundMe that might be being created and might be posted probably within about a week. Am I being an asshole by saying that? Yes, I could be. Probably. To this man, I apologize, brother, if what I'm saying hurts your feelings. If I got this completely wrong. But this sounds like a setup, a precursor to an upcoming GoFundMe, if you ask me. It's not your kid, wasn't your wife. How is that affecting your kids if she hasn't been with you for a significant amount of time while she was with her current boyfriend? That makes no sense. He has a biological father out there. I'm sorry, that makes no sense. I'm going to skip past this because I'm getting a little bit upset, and I know he probably gonna see this video and probably gonna email me and tell me, "Yous don't know what you talking about, DJ Just J. We just gonna come to Texas and whoop your ass. That's what we gonna do, DJ Just J. How dares you call me out on my fake grieving?"
New tonight at 10, a South City family searching for answers after suffering the crippling loss of a 3-year-old boy.
On Friday, police responded to a call for a child hit by a driver on Jefferson Avenue just a few blocks away from Lafayette Park. But tonight, what led up to the young boy's death remains a mystery. News 4's Jenna Ray reports.
St. Louis City's report says Emmanuel Ware was being carried by his mother when police arrived on scene. Family now telling us that they haven't heard a word from his mother since the incident happened. Emmanuel's grandmother and other relatives are now reaching out, trying to find answers. They're saying they don't believe it was a hit and run.
Emmanuel was a loving, fun-loving child, always happy, always happy.
Wanda Lee is Emmanuel's grandmother. He just turned 3 in September. On Friday, Lee and the rest of her family received incomprehensible news.
I got a phone call from Shanice stating that the baby had got hit.
By the time Lee got to the hospital, Emmanuel was gone.
A human being should never be treated like that, no reason. And all I want is justice. You know, that's all I want. I want justice to be served because it don't make no sense. It's senseless, you know, so.
Do you think that he was hit by a car?
No, ma'am.
Lee and other family members tell News 4 they believe Emmanuel's mother, Shanice Moore, has something to do with her son's death.
I just wanted my sister just tell her.
Moore has by a car?
No, ma'am.
Lee and other family members tell News 4 they believe Emmanuel's mother, Shanice Moore, has something to do with her son's death.
That's not my words. That's the family's words. The family, I can actually read y'all another article of what the family actually came out and said. The family is saying that they believe that the biological mother has something to do with this.
I just wanted my sister just tell us the truth. I feel like I would never know the truth.
LaWanda Moore is Shanice's sister and Emmanuel's aunt. She contacted News 4 to get answers about her nephew's death.
Tell these investigators what happened, what you saw, what been going on. She kept her family in the dark. We didn't know what was going on. My sister painted a perfect picture.
Police say,
and I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't know if people understand how difficult what these women are doing right now. That is her own family members who are coming out and saying, I think she's not being forthcoming. I think there's more going on, and we're going to call her out for it. That is probably, that's love for the children. How about that? I think what they're showing is they're putting the children first. They're putting the children first. And they're saying, screw the fact that that's my sister. Screw the fact that she's family. What happened to that kid? And if something happened to that kid, then we want you to get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Now that I can respect. That is exactly how you put children first. I totally respect that.
the Child Abuse and Homicide Division detectives are investigating Friday's incident. For now, a family attempts to move on after a horrible tragedy.
I want justice for my nephew. My daughter played with him. They was her best friend. And then this Christmas time coming up, we're not going to have him. We're used to having him around us.
We've reached.
First on Fox, the St. Louis Police Department is investigating the death of a 3-year-old child.
Yeah, his death was reported as a hit and run, but family members believe someone else is responsible. Fox News' Jeff Bernthal joins us now from downtown with an emotional plea from a heartbroken family. Jeff?
Relatives of the child's mother tell me that he just celebrated his 3rd birthday.
That means he just turned 3. So everything I just said, if he just celebrated his 3rd birthday, then everything I just said about the biological father, mom's ex-fiance, and mom's most recent boyfriend is exactly true. That means that's 3 different men that were around this kid in less than 3 years. That is disgusting.
Tonight, they're calling on anyone with information about how he died to contact police.
I've been crying since Friday. I can't shed another tear. I'm lost for words.
Candles lit for hearts that ache and an innocent child who died. The family of 3-year-old Emmanuel Ware is devastated and wants answers.
We've been with him since he was a baby. He's been with us since he was a baby. We basically raised him. I just want whatever happens to him to come to light and him to get justice. He was only 3.
This leaves a big hole, not only for me, but everybody. You know, it should leave a hole in the people who did it.
Family members say their child's mother and her boyfriend reported Emmanuel's death as a hit and run, taking place Friday afternoon on Rutgers Street near Jefferson. But family members question that account. Police discovered bruises throughout Emmanuel's body. The Child Abuse and Homicide Divisions began investigating.
Our family would never be the same.
That a baby should never have to go through something like this, you know. He didn't do nothing for nobody to do this to her. Nobody deserves to be done like this. I just want justice.
Family members are calling for anyone with information about how Emmanuel died to contact police.
I just want justice. Everybody want to make their comments on the social media. We just want y'all to talk to the Crime Stoppers.
We losing too many babies. We losing too many kids.
I know this touching everybody that got kids.
I think I need to back that up. Wow, what an important thing that she just said. Exactly what I've been stressing this whole time in the AFC. I'm going to not say me, I'm going to say us. I need to hear her say that one more time.
I'll talk to the Crime Stoppers.
We losing too many babies. We losing too many kids.
I know this.
We're losing too many babies. We're losing too many kids. They're looking at the bigger scope of things. What that woman just said was probably the most piercing thing in this entire thing, because this is bigger than just Emmanuel. This is a problem of how we're bringing children into this world altogether. It's a very dangerous thing. We're losing too many children. How many more stories can I do? And I've told people, and I don't really think people understand when I say this, I could do stories like this every single day of the week, 7 days a week, and would never run out of stories. How is that possible? Every day of the week, and would never run out of stories.
Pushing everybody that got kids, it's sad. I don't understand.
Emmanuel's death was reported Friday afternoon. At this point, we've not heard any word about any charges or.
A follow-up this morning on the toddler who died and was found with bruises on his body in South St. Louis. The medical examiner's office says Emmanuel Ware's death was a homicide. His parents initially said he was struck by a hit-and-run driver on Rutgers Street in South Jefferson last Friday. That's when police say they discovered bruises throughout Emmanuel's body, launching a child abuse and homicide investigation. No charges have been filed yet.
I gotta say, the great aunt probably summed it up better than I probably could. We're losing too many babies. This situation is way bigger than just this one child. And what happened to this child was a great tragedy between all these different men who have been around this kid, never having stability, and their mom just choosing a flat out fool. He is the epitome of the word F-O-O-L, fool, right there on my screen. And you can't tell me any different. Google search the word and tell me that that fool's picture wouldn't pop up. That should be the emoji for fool. Mom is not far behind. If you look at this, it looks like she's smiling in that picture. Let me make this a little bit bigger, and you guys can tell me if I may have this wrong. Maybe I'm not viewing this correctly. See if I can make this picture a little bit bigger. She did a public interview, so I don't mind showing the picture. It looks like she's smiling here. Does that look like she's grieving? Does it look like she cares? If you ask me, no, I don't think the mom cares. I think the mom cares more about her thug than she did about her seed. Mom cared more about her thug than she did about a child that could not speak for itself, could not defend itself, could not provide for itself, and the family clearly loved that kid. It's sad that the person who brought this kid into this world against his, not on his own volition, that person didn't care about him. This dude clearly needs to be done away in our society. Just wash our hands with him. And I definitely think that they are right to investigate the mom and for her role that she played in not only providing all this instability and just dropping her kid off and leaving her kid with anybody and everybody. I think the mom needs prison time just as much as he does, okay? But to Emmanuel, beautiful baby boy, and I want to give a shout out to the family members who actually loved him. Young Prince, R.I.P. I do hope that one of those sisters or even the uncle, I wish one of them would reach out to me. And if they want to come tell us more about this story, I'd be absolutely honored to have them on. So if you guys know the family, they can always reach out to me and maybe we could talk a little bit more about this. And let's get justice for Emmanuel because he deserved it. Okay. Thank you.